Hi there, students. Amorphous. Amorphous. Notice it starts with a schwa. Amorphous is an adjective. Amorphously as an adverb, I guess. And even probably amorphousness as a noun for the quality, but I don't think that's very common either. Okay. If we describe something as amorphous, it means it has no fixed form, no fixed shape. So maybe you're making bread, you're making the dough to make bread, and you have an amorphous lump of dough. Yeah, it just doesn't have any fixed shape. Normally it's this sort of round shape, but it'll take any shape that you want it to make. Yeah. So amorphous, it doesn't have a clear or determined shape. Yeah. We can also use this more metaphorically, meaning something that lacks organization. Yeah. So the story was rather amorphous. There was no coherent narrative. Yeah, it was all sort of mixed up. It didn't have a clear narrative, one thing to the next. There was no clear shape to the story. So that's the idea of amorphous as well. Yeah, it doesn't have a definite character or a definite nature. So an amorphous organization. Yeah, without a clear structure. It doesn't have a recognizable character or a recognizable type. So the countryside round here is rather amorphous. You've got very dry areas, but you've got also mountainous ones and areas with lots of water. So it doesn't have a specific recognizable character. It's unclassifiable. Yeah, he has an amorphous style of writing. It doesn't have any clarity or unity to it. Yeah. Yes, the management of this company is rather amorphous. Yeah, it's not clearly defined. And then let's see as well. For example, glass is an amorphous substance. It's not crystalline. It's inside the molecules are all mixed up. Yeah, it doesn't have a fixed structure, and that's the idea of amorphous. It's not clearly set out. Okay, so an amorphous, leaderless government, for example. Yeah, it doesn't have a clear focus. It doesn't focus exactly on what it's going to do. Yeah, he expressed his thoughts rather amorphously. Yeah, it didn't have a defined character. It didn't lack organization or unity. The crowd was just an amorphous mass of people rather than clearly led by certain people. I'm thinking an army. To start with, it has a lot of structure at the beginning of the battle. But maybe as an army starts to lose a battle, then it becomes more and more amorphous, without structure, without unity, especially when they're all running away. So amorphous, it's effectively without shape, without a specific defined shape. As to formality, I think I'm probably going to give it a 6 in formality. You could just about use it informally. I would probably say shapeless, formless, something like that. Yeah, informally, but use it semi-formally and formally without any problems. And then as to origin, it comes from ancient Greek. Amorphos, meaning amorphous, without form or shape. a, without, and morphe, form, so without form. So enough. If you enjoyed the video, give it a rating. I hope it wasn't too amorphous. Subscribe to my channel, and I will see you soon. Bye for now. Amorphous.